Hey, Stand Tall Steve here, and I got another idea for you. This idea is called the Welcome Wagon. Welcome Wagon for schools. Now, the whole focus of the Welcome Wagon is all about recognizing students when they come to your school for the first time and when students are leaving your school. So, what are you doing to welcome students to your school? And then, what is being done when students leave? A lot of times when students leave, a few people say, oh, goodbye, sorry you're going, and things like that. But you have to understand, you want them to leave with a great impression of your school so that wherever they go, they're talking about the greatness of your school and how it's going. And that goes to the branding of your school. Additionally, when students come into your school, you want a great first experience when the students are coming to your school. Again, it goes to the branding of your school, what you know is important, and making those connections so that when they're talking about, hey, I'm now going to the school, those students and their parents are going back and telling other people how great it is, and you just want them to be connected to how things work in your school. So one of the things that you can do is just make sure that when you have a new student, they register to the school and they're coming in, have something for them. I call it the Welcome Wagon packet. It could be a folder or whatever you want, but in that folder, you have your parent and student handbook, a list of important names of people in the school, student government officers and names and pictures, so they would know who's who in the building, so that way they're not just wandering around not knowing anybody at all. A bell schedule, of course, and a map of the school, an agenda planner, of course, that you're going to give them, and in all the agenda planners the ones that you're giving to brand new students, have a handwritten welcome from the principal would be a nice touch. So if you can get like a good 20 or 25 of them or 30 of them, whatever like that, and just have the principal right in there real quick, if you could do it over the summer or something, hey, welcome to the world's greatest school, glad that you are here, sign the principal. And that way everyone that goes out, they have a little something personal touch that's in each one of them. Within the community, find a local pizza shop that everybody likes. Give some gift certificates to the pizza shop. Go to the pizza shop and say to them, hey, we're putting together a welcome packet. We want to get gift certificates so there's new people to the community and we can give it to them. They'll probably give that to you for free. Get a car magnet for the little round magnets that they have for the schools. They put on back. A lot of places sell them. Give it to them for free. Get them in and hooked into the school right away. If you have a student store, give a coupon to the student store. If you have a snack line in the cafeteria, give them a coupon for the snack line. This way they can get to things and be a part of the school right away. All right, so these are just things you can put together in there. Also, a big must is the principal needs to welcome every new student. And I know you're like, I got a lot of things going on. Well, you also need to make connection with new students. So if you have a new student, even if you can't do it the moment that they get to the school, find them. Find out where they are. Hey, I hear you're a new student. Glad that you're here. Shake your hand. What's your name? I'm such and such. Just wanted to make a connection with you. It doesn't take that long, but just make sure that you do that. Now, everybody else can do it as well. Your head custodian, your cafeteria workers, your secretaries and other things, guidance counselors. Make sure you connect with that new student. Make sure that they're okay. Now, for your departing students, when a student leaves the school and he wants to be noticed a little bit that they're leaving, okay? So take his or her picture, post it on a bulletin board. Maybe you can have a bulletin board set aside for, hey, former Cougars who are no longer here, or don't want to say that, they're gone for good, but who've moved to a new school or something like that. So that way people can say, oh yeah, I remember them, and they can feel like they're remembered in some way. They're still that Cougar or that Mustang or whatever the school is. Have a page in the yearbook to highlight those students who left during the year, if that's possible. I know there's a timeline for things, but this way you can say, hey, remember them. Send farewell text to the student. So you can maybe have a thing that you can put on the Remind app of students who have left before, so that way they can still get a text and just a little quick thing to say, hey, we really miss you, sorry that you're gone, whatever like that. Make sure students get signed up to the school notifications if they want to get notifications via email and such. That way they can still feel connected. I know they're going somewhere else, but they now with social media and electronics and things like such as it is with communication, they can have that. And get the new address and send an invitation for homecoming. So when you have homecoming the next year, if you're a high school, all those students who have left, if you can remember to do this, send them an invitation to come back for homecoming. I mean, wow, that's the whole point of homecoming, not just people who've graduated, but students who have left. One of the things that I did, I went to Salem schools all the way up until 10th grade. And in 10th grade, my parents, we all moved to a town, I guess about a half an hour to 40 minutes away or so. I still know all those kids. I grew up with them. I still want to see reunions and things with them. When they have homecomings and stuff, I consider myself a Salem person as opposed to a Kingsway person where I graduated from. And I still have friends in both. And I connected very well with Kingsway. But I know my Salem people. So doing those things to show that they're still connected in some way is a huge, huge connection. So it's a welcome wagon, as well as it's welcoming them into your school, as well as making sure you have some kind of connection to those students who have moved on. All right? So you Stand Tall Steve, and it's more ideas, ideas, ideas. And remember, when you stand tall, you don't think small.